Well, welcome, and by golly, it is afternoon. It's high noon, time for Go for Lunch every Tuesday at lunchtime, noon, just like right now. So, hi, I'm Roger Harmon. I think you all know me. And if you don't, if this is you're tuning in and you don't know me, please let me know in the comments. So, today we're going to again deal with making the technology work for you instead of the other way around. So that's our mission, our goal for today. So last week we talked about how some parts of the Finder, a few parts of lots of moving parts there in the Finder work. Today we're going to use a few of those Finder tricks to eliminate email. Now, in our newsletter, the GoFor Gazette, which comes out every Monday morning, we showed you how to unsubscribe to some email. Now, not everybody's following this rule, so it's not going to be consistent. But when you can, a quick way, when you see an email come in that you don't want to be on a mailing list for any longer, you click the little blue link at the top, and that's explained in the GoFor Gazette. But today, we're going to talk about dealing with your email on your Mac, whether it be a MacBook, a Mac Mini, or a iMac. So now there's an unsubscribe link at the bottom of most emails. Now Leslie Ann, who's here with us, LAW, just sent me a little while ago a good example of when that doesn't happen. So we're going to show you the wrong way companies are doing it, and then we will show you the right way. So while we do this, I'm going to explain a little bit about another feature of the Apple Mail program. So here we are in the Mail program. Of course, you always can tell what program we're in because it's going to be up at the top right of your screen. So let's look for a program. Well, let's do it in reverse order since I've got this up here already. So here we're looking at a mail program, an email program from Creative Live. Great company, reputable company. I bought courses from them mostly on photography, but I haven't done all the courses that I bought from them, so I don't need to be reminded of any additional courses until I finish the ones I bought. So they make it real easy. See right here at the very bottom, they've got a simple little link that says unsubscribe. Excuse me. And so we're going to click on unsubscribe. And I have to click on it on my other screen. So one screen you can see my cursor, and on the other screen, okay, a little unsubscribe button. Are you going to work for me? Okay, so we have a lot going on here on our computer with doing a live stream with several cameras. So there we go. It's getting there. And so different companies do it in different ways. So here's a third way that I hadn't thought of. This one says invalid unsubscribe URL. Please email support. So that was not the result I was looking for. So one of several things are going to happen. That's one of them right there. Usually you're going to get a web page that may ask you some questions, and so they may ask you a survey, why you're unsubscribing. You can usually just say unsubscribe to all, and then for some reason a lot of them say it will take up to 72 hours for us to unsubscribe. Apparently they're using carrier pigeons or something to get these things done. And other times it'll just pop up right there on the screen and saying you are unsubscribed. Those are the kinds that I like the best. And then occasionally, like this example, they don't have their act together and it doesn't work. So now, again, if we go back to our screen and we look at our mail program. So there's our mail program. So another way to do it, if the company is not playing fair, is you can mark it as junk. So you will learn, if you don't already know, I'm a big fan of keyboard shortcuts. So to mark in the email program, in the Apple Mail program, to mark an email as junk, the keyboard shortcut is Shift-Command-J. If you would like to do it the long way, you go up here to Message, and you slide down to Move to Junk, and hey, look, there's the keyboard shortcut hidden in plain sight. Shift-Command-J. So now, since we couldn't unsubscribe to this particular one, we went to Shift-Command-J, and that message disappeared, right? So every time they try to send you a message, the rules built into the mail program will keep it from coming to you directly. It'll go into your junk mailbox. Now, mostly when I visit you, I have set a rule in the mail program that automatically trashes your junk mail every 30 days. So you don't have to worry about junk mail. It's going to be gone in 30 days. Now, the reason we do it in 30 days is in case there's something in there that you find out you didn't get. And of course, the first thing they say is look in your junk mail. So you have 30 days to do that. After that, it takes care of itself. And so you don't have to worry about emptying junk. It's done automatically. Okay, so let's go back and look at another feature here. So we're going to go back to our screen. So what I want to show you here is something we're going to use a lot through this demonstration. And right here at the very top of your list of mail, it's kind of in small type. It's not kind of in small type. It is in small type. I hate it when I say that. It's in small type, so it's easy to miss. But right now it says sort by date. And that would be the normal thing that you'd want to do. So when you click on that, you see at the very bottom here, it says newest message on top. And of course, that's the way that most of us want to see our mail. We want to see the newest mail first. So that's the normal way that you would have that. But what we're going to do is look at another feature here of the sort by drop down, and that is flags. So if we click on flags, then it's going to sort by flags. Now, I want to tell you about how I sacrifice for you guys. I have been saving up my email so I could do this demonstration. So I only have 131,000 emails. I've been saving up a long time. So I can have some material to work with. Okay, so now we are sorting by flags. Now, when you look here, all you see are little blue dots, which means that I've not even read those. But when you look at the dates here, this is from 2017. More on that later. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the little elevator. So that's this little icon in the scroll bar called the elevator, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to look that up someday. And we're going to take it all the way to the top. So up here, you see a little red flag. Now, the way flags work is when you have a message selected, you click here on the flag, and you get a choice of different colors of flags. So, and they're sorted in that order. In other words, the red flags come first, followed by the orange, and so forth. Also, once you have taken care of a message that you've flagged, you can clear the flag from this same menu. So here, so the way I use flags is when I'm getting my mail, I look at things that maybe I don't have time to deal with right now. So then I will flag it. And of course I can do that flag in, red is the highest priority and on down the line. So the trick here, however, is to have the self-discipline, maybe put a reminder in your calendar to go back and look at those flags and deal with those messages because they are important. That's why you flagged them. So you need to make sure you follow through and look at the flags. So Leslie Ann sent me this message, and we have it right here on the screen. So she's the second one here. You can see the red flag right there. And so if we click on that, she noted that she got a message, and we'll scroll down here with the scroll bar on the right, from Choice Home Warranty. And when we we'll go down at the bottom, now you can see I said that these are in 6-point type. I don't have my type ruler out, but that doesn't even look like 6-point type, maybe 5-point, 4-point. Anyway, the point is they do not have a unsubscribe link down there like they're supposed to. Now, my guess is that that is something that was, I think it was passed by Congress. It's a law, and I believe that law is enforced by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. So you would have to write to them, I guess, email them and complain about this company and how they are not playing by the rules. Okay, so point number 1 here is eliminate excess mail by unsubscribing. Nip it in the bud. Okay, so let's go back to our mail and look at some other ways. So again, we're going to use this sort by functionality here. So the next pass to make, so we're going to click here and we want to go back to date, but instead of having the newest first, we're going to have the oldest first. So your first pass on getting rid of all that mail that you want to get rid of is to look at old mail. So I have old mail here back from 2003. And so I've already sorted through this. So all this here from 2003, these are things that I actually want to hang on to. So let's go down, let's get up here to something more recent. So here we are, 2010. Where'd that come from? 2010. So let's look here. So there's lots of different messages in here. The messages that are in this brown type are things that were already caught by the rules in the Apple Mail program as junk. But when you sort this way, you see your junk. So let's just say I've decided that I don't want any messages from November. Let's get Ron in here. Say, and we want to go back to November 26th. Okay, so let's just go, here we go. Okay, so the way we do this, we clicked on the first message, we hold down the shift key, and while we're still holding down the shift key, we click on the mouse or the trackpad, and we select everything between the first message we clicked on and the last message we clicked on. So this can be done either you can start at the bottom and work up, so you could click once at the bottom, shift click at the top, or like we just did it, you can click once at the top, shift click at the bottom, and it gets everything in between. So then we simply hit the delete key, conveniently located in the upper right hand corner of your keyboard, and those messages will just disappear. Okay? So if you select a lot of messages, you may get a little dialog box up that says, are you sure you want to delete those? And you can just hit return to accept that, and then they'll go away. So that's pass number 1 by date. Okay, so let's find somebody here that we can demonstrate the next way to do it. So I'm trying to find, so let's go back to, so the next way to do it is from. You choose from. I'm just trying to find a piece of junk mail. Here we go. This has probably got a few. This is really not junk mail. This is a good company that does antivirus programs for the Mac. So now we're going to go back up here to where it says sort by, and we're going to choose from. So we go down here. The fourth choice is from. We click on that, and because we chose this message from ESET, it's going to put all the ESET messages together. And this is taking a little while because I only have 131,000 mails in here. So it should catch up with us here in just a second. Now there is a possibility that that's the only message from ESET, which means this demonstration won't work. So let's try to find somebody else here. Okay, so I'm just going to go back here to search by date, and I'm going to see newest message on top is selected. So now we're going to search by date and find a more appropriate. Okay, so now it looks like it went back to oldest on top here. So let's try to trick it. Now the reason that I need to get rid of emails is because these sort functions can be a little troublesome, I believe is a good word, when you're sorting through 131,000 messages. So, okay, so there's more than, okay, so here we have oh, this would be a good one. Let's see. Okay, so here we have a bunch of email. Okay, so it just caught up with me. Okay, so let's take this digital daily download. So we're going to go back up to sort by. We're going to choose from. And so this is an email list that I'm on that I really don't need to be on anymore. So we'll wait for it to catch up with us. And I will look at the comments while we're doing this. So I don't see any more comments. I guess I'm just giving you spellbinding information, which good. Okay, so this worked in rehearsal. I want you to know. There we go. Okay, so let me scroll here. So we'll grab the little elevator and go down. Oops, I got too far. So again, because I have so many. Okay, let's just take this one right here. So we're going to show the bottom up. So enzyme melts. So there's the enzyme melts bottom message. And we will scroll up here by clicking. So when you click above the elevator, it will go up exactly one screen. So just one screen, and you don't miss anything. So there we go. So here's the last enzyme eats right there. Again, we're going to hold down the Shift key, click the mouse or the trackpad. It selects everything in between. We hit return, and they're all gone. So that's a good way to do a fast run through your email to get rid of things kind of wholesale. So some people have what they call a zero inbox. What's a zero inbox? Well, a zero inbox is every day you go to your mail inbox, you deal with everything in that inbox, and by the end of the day, you have a zero or an empty inbox. Now, for the rest of us that don't have zero inboxes, these are the techniques that you can use to get rid of your mail. So let's see. Okay, so Davises here are saying that the directions are great. So good. And and they're playing along apparently. So that's good. I'm glad this is practical. And so that's pretty much our lesson for today. Email can get out of hand, and sometimes it's hard to see the important stuff when you're looking through all this junk mail. That if you're like me, I like to be informed about different things, about health, about finances, and technology, of course. So I'm subscribing to all these different things, and I'm going to take my own lesson here and whittle down that 131,000 messages. So you can, I'll be accountable to you guys. You can check back with me and see if I'm doing that. So Stanley wants to know, is there a way to do this on the iPad? And Stanley, no, you can't. That sort by function is not available on the iPad, unfortunately. So that's why, if you have a Mac, then I suggest you clean out your mailbox on your Mac, and of course it'll automatically clean it out on your iPad and your iPhone, because everything should be syncing through iCloud. But you don't have this this nice little sorting system on the iPad. Now, you know, the iPad's getting more like to be more like the Mac. Mac's getting to be more like the iPad. So someday that feature may become, but right now it's not there. So if you have any questions, or if you think of anything after we're done, you can certainly email me. You can leave comments below in the YouTube comments. And I think we will take it off the air from there. So I appreciate you all attending, and you're welcome, everybody. And remember, we'll be here next week. Also, in the GoFor Gazette, our newsletter, there is a link to go to our YouTube channel, and everything, including this program, will be archived there. So you can go back and watch it at your convenience, and tell your friends. So if you have a topic that you would like me to cover, then you're welcome, Ellen. Thanks for joining us. Then just let me know. You can do that by email. You can give me a call, and I would be glad to work on any little particular problem, because chances are, if you're having that problem, everybody else is. So again, have a great day. Thanks for coming, and adios.